Hello and welcome. Welcome. There's going to be two unique videos up on my channel today. This one being the first coverage of a devlog. The devlog you can see is in the Discord. I am on the Discord for Songs of Six. It will be in the description below. Be sure to join that so you can check out these for yourself. You can read, you can respond in the dev chat. Try to keep it to the devlog. And you can talk to other members, myself included, in chat and gameplay. There's plenty of places to talk to and get information from, but I'd like to start with what he had put out a month ago. So Jake has been putting in tons and tons of work behind the scenes, and I just want to assure people that he is always working on this game. A lot of people might think that he's leaving it behind, he's taking vacations. I've heard people say he's taking a vacation. I don't think that the guy is taking a vacation. I think that he's been working. So this is going to be towards the V.66 update. He's first implementing ways of getting cutscenes into the game. And this video here, I recommend you go and check it out yourself on the devlog. He explains kind of what he's doing. I'm not going to explain that or this one, but I just want to mention that he is putting in cutscenes as well as a campaign mode for each race. Each race will have their own specific campaign and endgame, so that you can play whatever race you like and beat the campaign. There should be probably certain achievements you'll get with that as well. So be sure to keep that in mind for your future builds. He's also put a lot of time in the world map. So he explains here why it looks the way it looks, and then he kind of expands. And you can see in real time, it takes him about a couple days, a week or so, to go from this to this new look here. And this is a very nice look. It's very, you can see it's very inspired by Lord of the Rings, and he even puts a map in here of Middle Earth to kind of show you as reference where he gets his colors and his ideas from. And then this is the aftermath of what he did. I personally like the other version. I'm not too opposed to either. I think they're both really good, but the green definitely makes it pop out a little bit more. So as we continue on, he's talking about basically how each new or all the regions will have new settings and organization. You can see the organization is set up here a little differently, and there's some new buildings. There's some little buildings in there that seem to be new. At least one of them is new. Or that actually might be the max level growth. Yeah, that's the max level growth. So he is working towards changing these so that the progression of them is more fluid and more obvious for the new players. Here, he's talking about a lot of really interesting stuff, and this is what inspired me to make the devlog in the beginning. He's talking about how each faction, there will be small factions near you, as well as some rebel lands that will basically be for you, only for you. So you can capture them and grow your empire without getting worried about getting capped by other people. Slaves will also become a commodity so that you can sell them as any other trade item. I believe that's what that means. Raid stances, so that you can have your army stand in a raid stance and actually capture people and other resources that are coming through that area. There's other options like joining the empire, diplomatic option, vassal options. Factions will stop declaring wars if you have no chance of beating you. So if they can't beat you at all, they won't even declare war. And there seems to be a lot more polish on these types of issues. And one of the best ones, and kind of should have been up higher, is drinks are no longer mandatory for armies to march. You only need rations and clothing. So drinks are only a morale increaser, which is really useful for people who are trying to get their early armies up, but they can't get those drinks out there. They will just be able to do it with rations and clothes, and it should get them to where they'd like. Mercenaries will be nerfed. They will have a delay and cost much more, and battle balance, which is just kind of across the board. So he explains a little bit more about at 12k citizens, the massive empires might unite in a crusade against you. So if you're a really big group of people and other people around you decide that you're too much to deal with, they will group together and beat you up. And that's kind of evident in the tutorial city that I'm doing right now. You can see that I've been ganged up on by like 4 different factions because they recognized I was going to become more powerful. This is really interesting too. Craster, he is a really cool guy. I talked to him briefly. He is the developer of the mod for Factorio Crastorio. He created it a while back. He explained that to me, and then he kind of dropped it off and then went on to doing other things, and he's been doing this for the last couple months or for a while. I have no clue. He has expanded the faces for all races, so you can see this is what Argonash look like, and this is what they're going to look like, much more colorful and unique. You've got Cantors, you have Cretonians, you've got New Dondarians. Look at them all; they're really beautiful, and you can see that the art style is just enhanced to a new direction, completely. Garthimes look completely unique, and they have their own unique ears. We've got humans. I think the humans look way better than they do currently. They definitely have a much more crisp look, and this guy especially, he looks really good. And then back to the Argonash, and then he accidentally forgot to put, he's explaining here that some of the faces, they're randomly generated, and they will kind of make them look a little odd. He's working on that. And then we have the Talapi here. Talapi look pretty similar, but you can tell more that they're all females, and none of them are males. And then you have your Amevia. Amevia look the exact same because I believe that Craster is the one who created these faces in the beginning anyways, so he just kind of expanded on the model from what is here to this one. And then today, Jake showed off a little bit more of what he's been doing in the world map on the regions and diplomacy. So you can see here, there's a bunch of new options: alliances, defensive pact, become vassals, become protector, declare independence, break pact, peace, join federation. I think that the only one I'm not seeing is declare war. Yeah, maybe there is a way to declare war, but I'm not seeing that as at the moment. And then you can also see he's got a better screen here. This seems to be the dev version of it, but the base version will kind of explain to you what is causing people to hate you, what is causing people to like you, and then it'll explain what your emissaries are doing in that city. It is gonna be great. This is honestly, V.66 is gonna be one of the better updates. I think that it's V.65 added some really unique city features, but the V.66 update is gonna add so much more polish and make this a much better game. This will bring it up to the level of like Civilization 5 and Crusader Kings 2. I think that if he can master the world map and make the map work perfectly in all the battle situations, then the game is perfect. It is basically done at that rate. And then he can work like he's wanted to on expansions. Apparently, I missed this. I think that there is a planned roadmap. I have no clue where the roadmap is, so I have to find out where the roadmap is. I'll probably ask Jake. Should have asked him before I made the video, but I was just so excited that he gave me permission. He considers all of this stuff non-important, and I just want you guys and him to know that this is the most important stuff right here. This is what makes the game 10 times more playable, and the replay value is just going up and up and up. Having these new sprites really adds a new layer. Being able to kind of immerse yourself deeper into these characters and also deeper into the world map. So you'll become more adept with who your neighbors are. Here, Robert. You'll know Robert. You'll say, this is actually a better example too, because you can see the aggression, the war declaration, war, all of these different things are giving him a view of you, kind of similar to how your services and other things are. You can see he's a conservative ruler. Very interesting stuff indeed. And it's interesting too because you can see he's already got the sprites enabled for his build of the game. So I might have to go check out the alpha build. I think the alpha might have already kind of got all of this stuff going. So keep an eye out for that V.66 alpha build tester city. It'll probably be coming out soon if I can figure out when, or if this has already been put into the player test. I've been playing the base build for a while now, V.65, just because I want to keep it with all the other players and keep you guys on the same page as me. Regardless, thank you guys for watching, and be sure to subscribe for the next one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.